This is a white birch, otherwise known as Betula papyrifera in Latin. There are 6 varieties across North America, but they just have a different Latin variety name following Betula papyrifera. So for the purposes of this assignment, I'm going to consider them all the same species because they have pretty similar soil preferences and a pretty similar form. You can see in figure 1, I detailed the birch tree's general form, as well as the branches and the leaves. Here's an example of a leaf. You can see it's turning yellow, it's getting kind of rough shape right now. Birch is a deciduous tree, so it loses its leaves, which is what's happening right now in the fall. So it is doubly serrate edges, and it is an ovate overall shape. So, paper birch. The bark is like paper. That's the cool fact about it. You can use it for baskets. There's been a lot of indigenous usage of it for baskets, canoes, all kinds of stuff. So in figure 5, you can see I put in Algonquin-made birch bark container. So that's interesting. The wood is also really good for carving, for woodworking, but it rots very quickly outdoors, so it's better as an interior wood. So birch is a medium-sized tree. Check the size of this guy. About 13 centimeter diameter, so it generally grows up to about 40 centimeter diameter. So you can say this tree is probably going to grow for a little while yet, hopefully. So birch likes full sunlight a lot. It's a very shade intolerant species. It's a pioneer species, so after a fire, it is often one of the first trees to come up. It grows up in pure stands a lot after those kind of events in the forest, fire or logging. And yeah, it grows along with other boreal species, so it grows pretty far north. It has a very wide range. You can see its range and in figure 2. Yes, and the boreal forest range in figure 3. So you can see how the figure 2 and figure 3 coincide, so the ranges are very similar. It grows along with other boreal species such as balsam fir, black spruce, white spruce, pines, that kind of stuff, which is kind of how it's growing right here. But so the northern limit is actually the northern limit of tree growth in Canada on many places. So it grows pretty far north, right up to the tree line. You can see in figure 3, it even grows over permafrost a lot. Figure 4, sorry. So the soil preference of the white birch, its moisture regime is fresh to moist. Probably more on the fresh side, I'm thinking. So it doesn't like to have standing water in its roots. It has a pretty shallow root system actually. The roots spread out. There's no taproot going down. So it can thrive pretty well in shallow soils. And it normally likes a southern slope, a southern aspect because of the full sunlight on there. However, it can become too dry because of the amount of sun, right? So it likes sandy loam for the particle type. It likes the sand portion for the drainage it provides, and it also likes a lot of nutrients. Birch is a nutrient-loving tree. However, it's intolerant of certain things in the ground, such as heavy metals. So in an industrial site or something, birch is not going to do very well because the seed germination actually doesn't go as planned. Doesn't work very well in places with a lot of heavy metals. But it can tolerate road salt. It can tolerate salty soil. It can grow in soil as low as 10 degrees Celsius in the summer. So it's pretty cold, which is why it can grow so far north, right? pH, slightly acidic. 5 to 6.5 pH is best. It can also tolerate alkaline soils, and actually it changes the soil in which it grows. I'd like to talk about that now. So you can see a bit of birch leaf litter falling on the ground. And as that rots, it makes the soil more alkaline. So birch actually takes an acidic soil, turns it more alkaline with its leaves, and adds many nutrients to it as well, such as nitrogen, calcium, phosphorus. Yeah, it's a pretty amazing tree. I find it really light and uplifting. But it's actually really tough.